from Washington State, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. I felt super inspired, super excited to share 10 ways how to build confidence. And this can be for anybody who's looking to build their confidence, anybody who needs that self-confidence boost, anybody who's looking for ways on how to do that. Maybe you've been feeling down lately. Maybe you've been having negative self-talk lately. I know that's sometimes me on a daily basis, you guys. So if you can relate at all to this, let me know. And like I said, as you're coming on, say hey and drop your name down in the comments, and I will do a live name shout out while you guys are on here as well, because I appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and so thank you for being here and thank you for hanging out. So consider how your self-esteem can strengthen your abilities to embrace opportunities and meet goals. These are 10 ways on how to build confidence, okay? So number one, we're gonna jump right into this, okay, you guys, I'm not gonna waste any time. I know time is valuable. So 10 ways to build confidence. Number one is thinking more positive. Now I know everyone's like, positivity, man, she talks a lot about positivity and all those things, but number one is thinking more positive. And this means that when we start to think negatively or we start to feel negatively, we should stop and we should evaluate why we're having those feelings. Like, what is causing those negative feelings within us? Sometimes it's not easy to identify that point of what is causing that negativity, right? But we can easily change that, right? And so an easy way to begin is, instead of telling yourself that you can't do something, right? Think, yes, I can do this, right? So just one simple change in your thought pattern, thinking more positively, right? That's a very small change that can be done instead of thinking, I can't do that. I've caught myself probably about 5 times today already saying, I can't do that, I can't do that. And I go, oh, stop, you can. Stop telling yourself you can't, because if you tell yourself you can or you tell yourself you can't, you're right. And that's a Henry Ford quote. And so, so think, yes, I can do this, right? I can do this. I've got this. So start to say that you know that you're worth it. You know that you're amazing. You know that you're going to be able to crush whatever goals that you have set up for yourself. Thank you guys for hopping on. Thanks so much. And so also, if you're focused on negative emotions, focus on your accomplishments, right? Focus on your accomplishments. Don't focus on your failures, and don't focus on your mistakes, right? Give yourself appraisal. Give yourself appraisal, and then it'll help keep those not so helpful thoughts quieter, right? We can help quiet the criticism that way if we start to recognize our accomplishments. And it can be the smallest accomplishment. It doesn't have to be some major accomplishment, right? Because it's the little accomplishments that are going to reach us to our goals, right? So that's number one. Number two is to take action. Experiencing success is essential for building confidence. I'm going to say that again. Experiencing success is essential for building confidence. Don't worry about making mistakes, right? Don't worry about making mistakes. Focus on building those skills. Focus on building the skills needed, right? Develop those skills, okay? So that means if you have to pick up a book, maybe read 10 pages in a book, or maybe you have to, set yourself up for self-affirmation. So start speaking more positively to yourself. And this goes on to the next page here, is just to start somewhere, right? Start somewhere. Even if it's that, what I just had talked about, even if it's that, instead of saying I can't do this, saying that I can do this, saying that I've got this, right? Just starting somewhere with that, right? Chaz Jr., shh, shh. No, you need to shh right now. That's not helpful for me. That's not helpful for me. Okay? Can you please stop yelling? We don't need to yell. Plus, Sissy's napping. Okay? Calm down. Take a deep breath. Number 3 is acknowledge your achievements. Right? So this is what I was saying on number 2, is recognizing your successes, your accomplishments, right? Acknowledge your achievements. This will help you recognize your success. This is going to help you, like when you identify all of your accomplishments. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thanks for hanging out with me. When you identify your accomplishments, every single time you get something done on your list of stuff you need to get done, and you recognize that, and you're like, I got this one thing done, and giving yourself the praise, giving yourself the appraisal, saying, I did that, you'll start to see how much you're actually accomplishing, right? Sometimes we have to write it down even to like visualize it, to put it out in front of us, because we could be doing stuff all day, and by that, if you guys relate to me, drop yes down in the comments, right? Like, we could be literally doing stuff all day, and then when it comes to evening time, we feel like we did absolutely nothing. Like, you did nothing with your day, but you probably did like 100 things that day, right? Like, you breathed, you ate, you probably took care of yourself in some way, shape, or form, eating, drinking water, or something like that, right? You probably did 100 things throughout your day, but we don't feel very accomplished, and that's because we are not acknowledging those things we do within ourselves, right? And so we really need to start identifying our accomplishments, even if it's big or small. Big or small. It doesn't have to be big. Like I was saying, it can be the smallest thing, and actually recognizing yourself for that, giving yourself appraisal. Because when you have a visual of it, you can see how much you've accomplished, and then you're going to feel really good about it, because you know that you did do those things, and you feel good. That's going to help build your confidence, right? So number 4 is self-care, and this kind of goes with self-care and self-love. So feeling good about yourself boosts your confidence. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you. But yeah, feeling good about yourself boosts your confidence, right? So make sure that you're eating. Make sure that you're eating right, eating healthy, right? Eat something. Make sure that you're drinking water. If you start to have a headache, or you start to feel like, it could be because you're dehydrated. Like 75% of Americans, or like, I don't know if it's Americans or like everybody on this planet, are dehydrated. I'm not like a fact checker. Don't fact check me, okay? But a lot of us are dehydrated, and so maybe it's just that you need to drink some water, right? Getting our body moving, right? Exercising. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. You don't have to go full bodybuilder status, but just getting your body moving, doing a little bit of yoga, light yoga, going for a light walk, 15-20 minutes. It doesn't even have to be anything like that. It can be a few minutes. Thank you guys. Hey! So making sure we move our bodies. And the other thing is, I used to think that because I'm an entrepreneur, like, that I had to stay up all night long to like do all this work, and then I was like never sleeping, and then I wondered why I was like not getting anything done. It's because I wasn't getting the proper sleep, right, that I needed, right? And so we have to give ourselves proper sleep. Like, if we're staying up late, try to go to bed a little earlier, you know, try to do some guided meditations, because a lot of the times it was hard for me to fall asleep. And so I do guided meditations almost every single night to help me get that proper sleep, a more calming, relaxful sleep, in order for my body to recover and recuperate. We need that R&R, right? So sleep is important. And taking, like, another thing is like taking a shower or taking a bath. I know a lot of the times people are like, oh, that doesn't count. No, that definitely counts, because if you're somebody like me who battles with mental health, you know that giving yourself that shower is not only going to help you feel better, it's going to like rid some of that negativity from you, and you're just going to feel good. And there's nothing wrong with feeling good. There's nothing wrong with having that hot water just run on you and you feel better about that, right? And so making sure you're taking a shower, taking a bath. And I know that this doesn't have anything to do with appearance, but with yourself, how can you show up for yourself in a way of like showing up as the most elite version of yourself every single day? From the way that you dress, or the way you do your hair or makeup, all of that stuff is okay. If it makes you feel good, do it. do it. Do more of it. Do whatever makes you feel good. And it doesn't matter what anybody else says or whatever, right? It's what makes you feel good, okay? So just step into that most elite version of yourself, okay? So do any of those things for you. These are just things that I listed off, okay? This doesn't mean that you have to go off of the things I necessarily said, but do those things for you that make you feel good. Sometimes we forget that we're not taking care of ourselves, and so we really need to give ourselves that check and say, hey, am I taking care of me? Am I taking care of me first? Because if I don't take care of me first, I'm not going to really be able to take care of anybody else around me, my kids or my family or anything, right? And so doing that will help your self-esteem grow. Okay, so number 5 is avoiding comparison. It's the poison for destroying your confidence, is comparison. Don't get in that comparison trap. Don't get in the comparison trap. You're uniquely you. You're your own type of beautiful, inside and out. Your life is yours, not theirs. Their life is theirs, okay? Their life is theirs. It's not yours. Your life is yours, and just say, like, if you're on chapter 20, somebody else is on chapter 2. Or if your chapter 20 isn't somebody else's chapter 2, your chapter 2 isn't somebody else's chapter 20. We're all at different stages of our lives. We're all experiencing different things at different times, right? So avoid that comparison, because you never know what could actually have been going on into someone's life or what they experienced to get them to where they are today. You have no idea. You have no idea what they went through on an eternal battle, right? So making sure that we're not comparing ourselves. You're unique in your own way, you know, and love yourself for that. Like, appearance doesn't matter. Like, it's who you are on the inside. It's how you feel on the inside, right? Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate you guys. So number 6 is confronting your emotions. You cannot control the situations that occur around you, but you are in control of the way you respond. You are responsible for the way that you respond. Thoughts are one thing, but the way you portray yourself is another. Okay, so your actions matter. Check your emotions and try to recognize and kind of negotiate with yourself what's making yourself feel that way, once again, right? So check with your emotions and try to recognize what's causing them. You can't change every situation, but you can control your emotions, and that's like the ultimate superpower, okay? When you can control your emotions and when you start to feel negatively, you can switch that around to start to be in more control, right? Because if you're not in control of your emotions, they're in control of you, right? So don't let those emotions control you. Be in control of those emotions, right? You're the one in control here. So you need to control those emotions. Number 7 is stay away from negativity. Negative people, negative situations, anything like that. Negative people have a problem for every solution. I'm sure you guys have probably heard that before. They do. They have a problem with every solution. They don't want solutions. They want problems. So they always try to knock other people down to feel good about themselves. They're probably lacking self-love and self-worth in their lives, and they're probably experiencing low self-esteem to a manner. And so the best thing that we can do is to not let their negative comments affect our inner peace. Don't let their comments affect your inner peace. If they're projecting something onto you, right, that means that they're hurting inside. That means that they're hurting. Lead with love, right? And it doesn't mean you gotta love. You can love them from afar, okay? But lead with love. Get that negativity out of your life, and it'll allow more room for positive things and more positive feelings, okay? Stop surrounding yourself around the negative people that just want to tear people down and not try to help build each other up and support one another. So get away from those people and surround yourself around people who actually care about you. There are people who care about you. I care about you. Okay? Surround yourself around people who care about you. Find your people. Right? Not everybody is for you. You might not be for everybody, but find your people. Okay? Number 8 is self-affirmations. So what I mean by these is, these self-affirmations is the things that you aspire to be. Okay? So say, like, I am going to accomplish my goals. Okay, I know that's kind of vague. I am champion. I am a badass. I am confident with myself. So these things are what you aspire to be. And when you say them to yourself, you're going to build that, like, energy up within yourself, right? You're going to feel happier. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to feel all the things. So, like, I am a motivational speaker. I am in control of my emotions. I am fire. I am peace and love. Remind yourself how much of a badass you are, because you're freaking badass, okay? So remind yourself how much of a badass you are and write down these things. Say them out loud. Shout them to the universe. And then say, I love me because. And say it, like, to yourself, like, I love me because of what? I love me because of this. I love me because self-love is the best love, okay? Self-love is the best love, and it's okay to remind yourself of that every day, okay? So we have to keep those muscles built, the self-love muscles built. So number 9 is do more of the things you love. Do more of the things you love. If you're not happy, it's because it's not that you're doing too much. It's because you're not doing enough of what actually brings you joy. You're not doing what makes you happy. And so you're miserable, right? And so do the things that bring you joy. Do the things that put a smile on your face. Do the things that make you feel good. Do more of the things you love without feeling swayed by the opinions of others. Their opinions don't matter. Okay, use those as a driving force. Use those as fuel to keep going, to show yourself that you are worth it, that you are amazing, okay? So number 10, this goes along with what I was just saying. Stop telling yourself no. Stop telling yourself no. Each time you don't do something you tell yourself that you're going to do, your confidence will lessen. You'll feel at a lower vibration, right? You don't want to feel that way. You'll start to feel not good, right? You'll start to feel not good enough. Don't listen to that voice that stops you from stepping one step closer to your goals, okay? Stop telling yourself no. Nobody is telling you what to do. Nobody told you you couldn't live your life. You told yourself that. You believed that if they said that to you. Don't listen to them, right? You have to do what you love and do more of what you love and go after your dreams. Go after your goals. Don't do it for them, right? Don't do it to prove something to them that, don't be like, oh, I'm going to prove them wrong. No, prove yourself. Prove it to yourself, right? Screw them. They don't want anything to do to support you in your life and they want to be negative and toxic. Get them out. Get them out of your life, okay? So tell yourself yes. Start saying yes more, okay? Say yes and just figure it out later. That's something I love, is just to say yes and figure it out later. If you know it's going to build you up, if you know it's going to level you up, it's going to make you feel better, do it. Say yes. Don't keep telling yourself no. That's the best way how to get rid of your confidence, because then you're lying to yourself. Okay, be honest with yourself and tell yourself the things you want to do and go after them, right? Nothing will stop you. Nothing will stop you when you build these ways on how to build your confidence. Nothing can stop you in life, okay? So I appreciate you all. I love you all. Thank you for following me. Thank you for tagging along with me while I talk to you guys about confidence. Hopefully you gained at least one thing from this. Hopefully you gained a little bit of value from this. And if you did, I would love for you guys to let me know what your biggest takeaway was. I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you for hanging out with me. Love you guys, and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye.